Hi guys, OAHA here again. I'm so happy to be doing this and thank you again for everyone who has been engaging and encouraging. Because of you all, the fire is still burning. Today, I want us to talk about connections. Why do we need connections? I believe that in every single human being is the need to be loved. Everyone has this need. And I believe so many people spend all their lives trying to hide it away, trying to ignore it. But the truth is, we all need each other more than we think. On this platform, I want to be able to talk about the hard things. I want to be able to talk about things that usually people don't want to talk about. We know it's needed, we know it's real, but we rather not talk about it. But I want us to be able to do that on this platform together. And yeah, why do we need connections? I believe that connections lead us to the meaning of what it is to be alive. I think that God did not make a mistake when He put us all on one planet. If He wanted us to, if we didn't need each other and He wanted us to not care about each other, He would have placed us in different planets, everyone be by themselves. But we are together for a reason. And the more we accept that we need each other more than we don't need each other, the happier we will all be. So let's dive into it. I think there are people out there who hear about connections, want to connect, but don't know how to connect. And I think that is because we live in a time where so many people present what they have and what they've gained rather than who they are on the inside. I believe that the outside does the attraction, the things, how you look, the things you have, but it's our soul that does the bonding. It's our soul that does the connecting. So the more a person comes with what they have, it's not usually enough to sustain a long-lasting connection. Whether it's in your family, it's in your relationships, it's in your friendships, whatever it may be, you need more to be able to connect with the person. You need to show who you are, what your heart requires, what your heart has, and your needs, the needs of your heart, the needs of your soul. I think a lot of people are too afraid to do that because a lot of people are afraid of the essence of what it means to be alive. And that I mean the good and the bad. Every single part of life connects with each other. I think a lot of times people think that they don't have what it takes to connect with another person because of the hurt and pain they've experienced in the past, which in many ways is valid, but it's not valid enough. You've been hurt, you need to heal. It should not stop you from being able to love again. It should not stop you from being able to open your heart again to another person. I believe that we all have this need within us to be seen, to be heard. And sometimes we settle in places because we think that we can't find what we need out there. But that is a lie that we all tell ourselves because of pain. It's a lie that we all believe because of comparison, because of so many different things. And I want to just be that person today and always to remind you that with everything you have, with every scar you have, with everything you've gone through, you deserve love. You deserve connections. You deserve the beautiful experiences that come with connecting with a person. You deserve to feel again. Life is not just about the things, the high ups and all the good times. It's about the down times too. I believe in order to make a very beautiful picture, in order to make a picture that is worth remembering, you don't only use bright colors, you need darker shades. So don't always run away from your much darker shades. Remember that you need them. Your life needs them. As long as you're learning from them, as long as you're not believing the lies that come with hurt and that come with pain, no matter what you go through, you deserve to connect. And you deserve to bring forward who you are, not what you have. What you have, it's okay, but who you are is what you need to connect. You need to gather the boldness and the strength and confidence you need to present your heart, the needs of your heart, the needs of your soul, the voice of your words, the voice of your heart. You need to not be afraid to ask for more. You need to not be afraid to believe in more where love is concerned, to believe in more where connections are concerned, whether it's your friend, it's your family, it's a lover, whoever it may be. If you want to dive deep to enjoy the depth of what it means to connect, you have to present who you are, not just what you have. I believe a lot of times, and I may be wrong, but a lot more people these days have become so mentally and emotionally lazy. I think people don't want to do the hard work it takes to sustain good things. People don't want to do the hard work it takes to dive deep with a person. They don't want to do the hard work it takes to know someone, to understand someone, because people come with a lot of complexities. People come with a lot of shades and shapes. People are evolving. Who you know today, whether you marry the person or not, the person is always going to change. Life is always going to reform them. But so many of us don't want to have to remember that we have to go through with each other's reforming. We have to be there with each other when life gives us a new view or teaches us newer ways to be. And I think that can sometimes stem from fear. I think that can sometimes stem from trauma. And it all boils down to people just don't want to do the work that they need to do the work. They need to. The work, people just don't want to do the work they need to get the life that they want. Because of the internet. I think the internet has made, I did this writing and I'm going to read it today. And I believe the effects on the internet has very good shades. It has a good side, but the internet can have it can promote this life of dealing with illusions more than you deal with realities. I wrote, and it said, the internet has deepened the illusion of choice and the disposability of people, causing an identity crisis and adulthood wounds in most people. So many people think that we're all only wounded, our inner child is wounded, but there is something like adulthood wounds. There's this level of disappointment that comes with connecting that people take to heart so deeply that it leaves a scar within them that stops them from pursuing life the way they should pursue life. And it also said that we are in a connection pandemic, which I believe that we are. Connections are harder to make or keep because people are starting to think there is a world outside what they have and who they already are. An empty loop of chasing only to be dissatisfied. Letting go of the facade of perfection is where being a human being begins. We all sometimes cling onto the illusion of the internet, illusion of what it is to exist with other people. We think we can pick and choose all the time, forgetting that every single thing you want and you need most likely lies in the person you already have, lies in the family you already have, lies in the friends that you already have. But we don't do the hard work it takes to meet those different parts of those people, to meet those different parts of our experience with the person. You need to be able to do the hard work that it takes. And I call it necessary hard work. I don't think we all seek to suffer, but we have to do the hard work that requires a good life. I think a lot of times we don't practice the gratitude that we need to be able to see a person in all their shades through our experience with the person. A lot of times people believe in this illusion that perfection does to them. They think that they can create a person, and when they have created the person and the person no longer exists anymore within the other person, they dispose of that person. But connections should not be so. And the more we lead our connections in that way, the more hurt we are doing to each other, the more hurt we are creating within each other. I don't only believe there's something called childhood wounds. I believe there is something called adulthood wounds too. There are things that you may not have experienced when you were a child, but you experience as an adult. And I think those wounds are valid. We all need to dive into the journey of healing. But at the same time, they are not enough. They should not be enough to keep you trapped. They should not be enough to stop you from putting in the work. There's this saying, the grass is not greener elsewhere. It's greener where you water it. It means that you have to keep doing the work. You have to keep pouring into what you already have. And you have to have discernment and self-awareness to know what is yours and what you should let go of. It all entails hard work. The hard work it takes to let go of what is not your own. Let go of what you know doesn't please you to find what is yours. I think a lot of people also are afraid of that hard work. People are afraid of the hardness that being alone demands, the hardness that standing by what you deserve demands, because it's not easy. A lot of people would rather stay with what is not theirs or what doesn't bring up the best in them because of maybe what other people would say, because of the internet, because of this illusion of perfection. A lot of times I'm going to be touching topics numerous times because I feel like these topics spread across what it means to exist. It spreads across a lot of things that are important within our lives. I urge you to do the hardness that it takes to get the life you want, to enjoy the relationship you already have, to enjoy the family you already have, to enjoy the friends you already have. I urge you to be able to stand up and stand for yourself. I urge you to be able to love yourself. Self-love, a lot of times people think it's just by wearing something nice, taking a shower, doing all those things are so important. Please take a shower. But self-love also requires other things too. Self-love requires you being able to do the hard things, the necessary hard things, and believe in the fruits that it will bear for you. And I believe that there's also the hard work that entails you to do to be able to enjoy your connection with a person. I think a lot of times people seek to connect with others for others to fix them, but that's not the case. You're meant to be appreciative of a person who wants to support you through life, support you through your ups and your downs. You cannot demand a person to come and fix you. That is also an illusion that a lot of people in these times cling onto. You have to do the work it takes to be the person you need to be, to find the person that you deserve. It's not just about saying, I deserve better. It's about becoming better so better comes to you. And I think a lot of times people don't want to do the work. People are emotionally and mentally lazy. They want to connect with a person and just pour all that they have on another person. There's another writing that I did that really comes to mind, and I want to read that here. And it says, your value and presence in my life is too high and transformative for me to lose you. That is love. I need you to survive is codependency. Take accountability for your life, fix your inner dialogue, and heal yourself so you can enjoy loving a person, not relying on them to fix your internal problems and thinking them carrying the load that isn't their own is love. That is not love. We're not here to suffer. We're here to do hard things with each other. So when you find a person who wants to support you through loving, who wants to support you through becoming all the things you need to become, you should appreciate that person and not demand them to take you as you are. We owe it to each other to put in the work we need to make experiencing each other easier, to make experiencing each other worthwhile. I feel like a lot of times we forget, or maybe a lot of people remember, they know, I don't know. But a lot of people think a person taking all the mean things that come with you is them loving you, when truly you doing the work to become a better person, having someone who sees you clearly, who sees the good sides and the bad sides, a person who sees your angels but also acknowledges your demons and chooses to be with you, is a person that you should always be grateful for. It's not a person you should throw all your baggage on. That is not love, and we need to get rid of that illusion that we pass around or we tell each other. The internet is a beautiful thing, but the internet sometimes, disrupts and damages people's view on love. Love is an experience you go through. It's not a picture. It's not a video. Snippets of how good people look together does not define their relationship. A good relationship or a good connection, whether it's family, whether it's anything, it spreads across all our connections. A good picture or a good video doesn't define every single thing. People put a relationship or a gathering or a togetherness that you see stands the test of time, overcomes growing pains, are people who choose to be together. One time I read somewhere and the person said that a good relationship is not two perfect people. A good relationship is two people who keep choosing themselves. And I think this spreads across everything. Your family, your friends. You may not be perfect, but I will keep choosing you. You may not be every single thing. You may not be every single thing at once, because I'm a strong believer that there are many people who the person you are with is more than enough. You don't need a new person. Within that person lies everything that you need. It just takes you guys surviving the roller coaster of life. It takes you guys giving each other the room to heal, the room to become, the room to transform, to reform. When you both can give each other the room to do that, time just reveals this person. And all along, everything you've wanted was within this person. And that doesn't mean settling in all cases. It just means doing life with another person. That's how doing life with another person can look like. And that's good enough too. I want you to be able to be very appreciative of the people that are in your life. I believe that, I always say this thing, gratitude stops the destruction and disruption of familiarity. Sometimes people are too familiar. They become too familiar with their loved ones, too familiar with their partner, too familiar with their friends, that they don't see the room to appreciate them anymore. They don't see the room to look at them like they deserve to be looked at anymore. I think We need gratitude. We need to wake up every morning not normalizing each other, not normalizing who we are to each other. We need to be able to have moments where we remind ourselves of what makes a person special. And gratitude is the only thing that can do that. Being grateful for somebody doesn't dim their light in your life. When you're constantly grateful for the person, even if you need to move on away from this person, you are able to see that clearly because you're grateful for the person. And the beautiful thing about gratitude is that gratitude clears your vision. You're able to see clearly. You're able to see clearly where you should be and who you should be doing life with. I urge you to be grateful. I urge you to appreciate the people that are in your life, and remember that connections takes a hardness that will always be worth it. Another thing I think is so important in our connections is to not compare ourselves. And I think this is a flaw of many, and I think is built also from people's fears and from the internet. People have, there's the avenue to compare yourself is easier than it would have been years ago when social media wasn't a thing. Now that social media is a thing, it's so easy to compare. It's so easy to look at another person and think, oh, what they have is better than what I have. I want you to remember that what you have is enough for you. And if you're able to put in the work, it will always be able to continue to be enough for you. A lot of times people, like I said before, people get too familiar with what they already have that it stops them from being grateful for it. And I want you to, when you see yourself in that space, I want you to catch yourself and remind yourself that what you have is more than enough. You don't need to compare yourself. Comparison steals all that is special about you and all that you have. Do not compare yourself. Appreciate others. If there's something you see in another person and you think can work for you, you can try it, but don't live your life or don't make your connections to compare them with others, or think that you have to live up to a certain expectation of what it is to have a connection. I believe a lot of people are suffering because they are trying to have connections that people are going to like. They want the validation of people more than they want to truly be happy and at peace within themselves. Some people have this desperate need to meet up to certain things or to become certain things that they chase the wrong things. You need to understand that your job is not to chase people and demand people are a certain way in your life. Your job is to seek out what is true about you, what your heart needs, what your soul requires, and understand that you will attract the person you need. And if you are able to do the job that requires connecting with a person or connecting with the person you need, that person will always be more than enough. I want you to let go of comparison, let go of the illusions that come with the internet, let go of the illusion of choice. So many times people think they have choices that they are not able to enjoy what it means to connect with a person. They are constantly picking things from different people, thinking that they can create this. People are sometimes obsessed with the good things about people that they're not willing to dive deep with them, forgetting that it's until you dive deep and you enjoy the intimacy of vulnerability will you have a connection that is so fulfilling, that is so meaningful, that is just so beautiful. You deserve good connections, and I want you to be able to believe in yourself. Do the work that requires you to attract the things that you deserve. I want you to love yourself enough to never settle for what is not your own. I want you to be bold enough to go after the things and the people that are yours. We are all not taking any of this away with us. When it's time to go, leave this world, you're not taking anything. And I want you to remember that. I think people don't remember that enough. And I think that stops people from really enjoying the things that they have. You are enough, and what you have is enough. I want you to be grateful for your connections. I want you to not get too familiar. Don't let familiarity spoil a good thing. Don't be too familiar with the person. And when I mean don't be too familiar, don't normalize or turn the people that love you into ordinary people. Don't turn their love into ordinary love. It means nothing. It will always mean something. A person who chooses to love you, who wakes up every morning choosing to do good to you, to stand by you, to be by your side, is a person that you should never take for granted. I don't care if you've been with them for 100 years. You should constantly seek out to be grateful for the people that love you, and settle for people that are grateful for you too. You deserve good connections, and we all need each other more than we think. I don't want you to attach yourself to that mindset of, I don't need people. We all need each other. We're not islands, and if God makes no mistakes, if God wanted us to live all by ourselves, He would have. But we are here and we are doing life together. And I want you to make sure you don't forget the specialness of what it is to live in this world, to live in this world loving a person, to live in this world having people that love you. And my heart also goes out to people who try every time and seem like it's not working for them. I want you to gather the confidence and the strength that you need to continue to seek out and to continue to believe that what you deserve is coming for you. To continue to believe that you are deserving of good people. You are deserving of good moments. And you also take accountability in the places in your heart, in the places that you need to better yourself out. Look within yourself. Do the work that it takes to fix yourself, to become a better person, and never give up on love. Never give up on kindness. Never give up on being there for people, because it will work in your favor. It's so easy to say that love means nothing. People hide behind that because of their fear. People lie to themselves. But we all need love. We all need each other. And I'm praying for everyone. I hope you're able to find every single thing you need to be confident in your connections, to be confident in love, to go after all that you believe in, to go after all that you seek. And I wish you everything you need to spot and to find the people that are truly yours. And when you find people who aren't yours, I wish you the strength to be able to walk away. I wish you the strength that walking away demands. I wish you, because it's not easy. Sometimes we find ourselves in places that may not be for us, but because of the tenderness of our heart, we're not able to realize that quick enough. I pray for everyone. I hope you're able to have the strength that you need to choose yourself, to love yourself, because only when you love yourself will you find the people that will be able to love you. You have to be able to protect yourself. I always say something, good people will always be prey if they don't learn how to protect themselves. You deserve the love. You deserve the love that comes with you protecting yourself, you doing the job you need to do to be your best. And when being your best demands solitude, I pray you have the strength to be able to take it and to be able to enjoy that solitude, enjoy that silence. I wish you all the strength you need to be fearless. I wish you all the strength you need to be vulnerable. I wish you the confidence you need to love. I wish you the fearlessness you need to enjoy all the connections that are for you. I wish you all the strength you need to enjoy connections, You deserve good things. You deserve connections that feel full, that feel alive. You deserve everything that comes with it. You deserve to live this life to the fullest. I am sending you all my love, and I'm always here. Your dear friend, OAHA.